Afghanistan. However, most of our days for the last few months has been with a young man we're supporting. He's 22 years old. He turns 23 years old tomorrow. It'll be his birthday. But he'll be spending his birthday in solitary confinement, as he's been spending the last 180 days in solitary confinement in a small box that he's not allowed to leave except to take a shower in the morning. He's not allowed to have a pillow. He's not allowed to have a sheet. He can't have a pen or a pencil because those would be dangerous weapons. He's not allowed to talk to other prisoners. He's not allowed to do sit-ups or push-ups in his cage because the guards will yell at him. Of course, I'm talking about Bradley Manning, the person accused of providing Wikileaks, the Iraq War documents, the Afghan War documents, the video of the helicopter gunship killing 12 innocent Iraqis in Iraq. And he's suspected of having something to do with the tens of thousands of cables that give us an insight into what our government is doing around the world in our name, with our money, you know, and against our wishes for the most part. So here's a young man who's facing the rest of his life in prison, solitary confinement. He's not allowed to see any news, current events are censored from him. He's been in this situation for 6 months. He's likely to spend another 6 or 8 months even before his military trial begins. So that's the situation. And that's exactly. And that is why we have the Bradley Manning Support Network. We've been raising money, PayPal, MasterCard, Visa. They haven't cut us off yet, so we're gonna keep using them. We've raised over $100,000. That's the good news.
Wow.
We paid the vast majority of his legal fees from an attorney that he chose on his own with our input and his family's input. And that attorney, along with us, we're going to be pressing forward on the near torturous conditions that he is waking up and going to sleep in every day. We send a visitor to visit him almost every other week, and because it's the holidays, we're going to see him the 3 weeks in a row now, last week and next week as well. And that really is his only chance to actually talk to somebody and to have any news from the outside world. And I could honestly say that...
Where is he as well?
He's in Quantico, Virginia. He's held in solitary confinement at the Marine Corps brig in Quantico, Virginia, about 45 minutes outside of Washington, D.C.
Are they letting him talk to people?
So anyways, he has very limited contact, and it's the only visitor, except for his legal team, is David House, an activist with the Bradley Manning Support Network, and we pay for him to travel to Quantico and visit him. And that is really his only contact. That's the situation.
Can we still write letters to him that he can carry to them?
Question and answer. Yeah, letters, many people have written them letters. Many of the letters have been rejected by the military authority. The military is rejecting letters pretty much arbitrarily. I usually send him a letter 3 or 4 times before he's out loud to see it. I'm very persistent that way. But it's very discouraging for most people to get a letter rejected 2 or 3 times and then send it another time.
How do they claim jurisdiction over him again? Military?
Well, Bradley Manning is a private in the United States Army, and for whatever reason, he allegedly he was supposed to have access to the entire database of American secrecy. Anyways, but we're facing a pre-trial hearing. His first public court appearance, probably in February, maybe pushed back to March. We will have protests. We'll be calling for protests around the country to have events like this and other events all around the country, including San Francisco. But most importantly, many of us will be traveling to Quantico, Virginia to be in that courtroom, to be protesting outside of the courtroom, and demanding and letting the world know that we believe Bradley Manning, if he's actually the person who did this, is a hero. He deserves all of our support. And his court-martial is likely to happen in the summertime, and we're going to do it again, and we're going to go to Quantico back in the summertime. Courage to Resist is working with the Bradley Manning Support Network to both raise funds but also do an international petition statement effort. Thousands of people have signed the petition to stand up for truth, stand up for government transparency, and to stand up for Bradley Manning. Every time a person signs that petition, we print off 2 individual letters and mail those letters individually to the Joint Chiefs of Staff and to the Commanding General overseeing Bradley Manning. That is a lot of work. We think it makes a difference. We do it out of our Oakland office, and we rely on volunteers. So if anybody has any free time, any weekday, we can use your help processing those thousands of letters going to the Army to stand up for Bradley Manning. You know,
How long has he been held again?
it's been 6 months, and it'll be another 6 months before he even sees a trial. Coming to that though, we are sending David House to see Bradley this coming Saturday, day after tomorrow, and I'm hoping you guys here can help me by sending him a group photo. So if you want to be in this group photo, keep standing about where you're standing, and if you're a photographer, get up here where I'm at, and let's take a photo of these fine citizens who actually care about our country, care about freedom, and we'll give a shout out to Bradley. Martin said this rally is whatever we want it to do, and this is what I want at this moment. Thanks a lot.